Jangle, jangle, jangle.
Enter the Lab, episode X. Tama. We made it to double digits for our podcast. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, man. Feels great. Feels good to be here. I'm excited. It's just one of many, and hopefully tens of more to come.
As you always said when we were doing the other podcast, consistency is king. You know, you're consistent for a good amount of time. Eventually, some success, you'll start to see some results. I'm getting good feedback from our flow and our conversations. Obviously, we're talking one-on-one more than ever. So we're catching a good vibe lately.
Yeah, I mean, if you do something at what you think is a high level or like the best of your ability, and you just keep doing that and don't really care what people think, you just know you have something good for you that you have rolling, it definitely just makes more sense to keep on, and eventually you'll reap the benefits. So
absolutely, we're doing this for fun, but hey, we'll see where it goes. Hopefully to the moon. This episode will be efficient. Not a lot of sports going on, not a lot of news. All-Star weekend includes a lot of LeBron, a lot of Cleveland, a lot of snooze fest during the slam dunk contest we'll get into. Kanye West documentary came out last week. I just finished it right before we started recording. We'll talk about that because I have a lot of great things to say about that. You know, everybody talks about they want the old Kanye. Well, there it is right there on video, you know, in behind 100%. The scenes footage, and it's great. Yeah, and basically a little news here and there. We'll start to say today, recording this on the 21st, right? The 21st of February. Yeah. It's my sister Raquel's birthday, so happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday,
yeah,
Raquel.
Just in case you listen to the first 5 minutes, we got it out the window. You know what I mean? With my nephew in the car, always asking for a shout out. Yeah, so All-Star weekend just passed. Obviously, we had 3-point contest, a celebrity game, slam dunk, 3-point slam dunk, celebrity game, skills and the game itself, which I tweeted out like super overly produced, whether it's the before, the during. What was your take? What did you watch? What didn't you watch? And what's your initial feedback on it?
I'll be honest, I haven't been getting much sleep lately, but I got some sleep like during a halftime show and a little bit into the third quarter. I did take a nap, and
that was longer than the Super Bowl that halftime show, bro.
Bro, I guess so, because I got a decent sleep, and I woke up to Steph Curry hitting threes and at the logo and turning around before it was even anywhere near the basket.
Right.
But All-Star game was, I guess it was all right, but the whole events like leading up to it, I didn't watch the Celebrity All-Star game or whatever that's called nowadays. I saw Myles Garrett throwing down some dunks and Jack Harlow doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know, but the 3-point contest was cool. I like that. I'm surprised Cat won out of all those shooters. Those were some great shooters out there, and I guess Cat got that shit in Minnesota on lock on right now. He leads the team in 3-point percentage, so good for him. Deserve after all he's gone through with his mom and COVID and stuff like that. He really perfected his craft and got a lot better. Dunk contest, man, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen some pretty bad stuff. That was it. The best way to put it was just disappointing, because like these dudes just came out trying to show out, and like none of them like really did anything. Like Cole Anthony like put on some Timbs and a Knicks jersey and all this kind of stuff. Brought out his dad. His dad was probably like, "Yo, why the fuck you wasting my time with this shit? Like, I don't want to be here," you know. And Jalen Green missed dunks. Like, I don't know, man. NBA has to like get some actual like high dunkers, like high fly dunkers in this shit, or like Start bringing some dudes that their only thing is to dunk and see if the NBA players can beat them or something. Bring in like, there's these dudes on Instagram doing crazy dunks that like NBA players are not doing for whatever reason. They don't want to get hurt, whatever it is. But add some kicking, bring in someone that doesn't play in the league to get some competition, because right now that shit is a dub. Terrible.
Yeah, they might have to. Not they might. They have to change it because over the last few years, it's been getting more and more scrutiny, and this year, more than the other years that got some bad publicity or feedback. This was the one that could be the one that they're like, all right, let's reshape everything because we don't have the slam dunk contest of the late 80s, the early 2000s anymore. This isn't, and then the last Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine time is over. And it's sad that it's slowly crept up to this point, but it came very fast after that Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine show over the last few years, a few years back.
Yeah, that dunk contest now is getting talked about a lot on social media because, like, I mean, who knows who should have won, you know? I think the right person won, but a lot of people could say different. So they're saying, like, that shit's cursed. Now, like, it's been all over Twitter today. And, like, honestly, like, maybe we didn't give that dunk contest the respect it deserved. Honestly, like, now everyone's talking about it because right after that, it's been straight garbage. So those, bro, like, fuck it, the NBA should just have those two dudes come and do that shit again and run it back because Zach LaVine did some crazy stuff in the All-Star game too. The All-Star game dunks were better than the dunk contest.
Yeah.
But
John Morant was doing 360 alley-oops, which obviously in a dunk contest, it wouldn't have been phenomenal, but in game, that's amazing. The fact that you could do that at the pace, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Ja is freaky athletic. Like, that dude was built in a lab. And I mean, I guess that the announcers were saying it too, that some of these dudes are better in-game dunkers than like all the pressure. And I mean, Jalen Green's a rookie, you know, and Cole Anthony's in his second year. So, and you know, Jalen Green plays on the Rocket, Cole Anthony's on the Magic. Like, these dudes haven't really been in a pressure situation like that yet in their careers, you know, like All-Star weekend atmosphere. So, of course, they're probably going to miss one or two dunks. And Cole Anthony did the right thing. He was trying to get the crowd on his side, you know, get them amped up and whatnot, which was cool. But when you do stuff like that, you got to, like, make it on your first dunk at least. Or second attempt.
Yeah, usually in these dunk contests, I think historically there's been all-stars in the dunk contest, but most likely the people in the dunk contest at the time aren't all-stars themselves. Like Dwight Howard, when he was winning them or being competitive, having some fun, he was most likely an all-star because he was an all-star for the first like 10 years of his career. But usually have guys right before they become all-stars or they've never been an all-star. Cole Anthony, like you said, he's not even an in-game dunker. He can jump, he can leap, he's got ups for his size. I think he's 6'3". I think I looked it up when Vito was here. Obi Toppin is a dunker in college, in-game dunker, and he could do some athletic freaky shit. He's similar to Aaron Gordon as far as his leaping ability. Jalen Green, he's got ups. He kind of built slender.
Yeah.
In game, I'm sure he hasn't dunked too much, but when he does, he gets up. But I don't consider him a dunker. So that's 2 out of 3 right there. And then the fourth guy, Juan Toscano Anderson, he's, you know, great story, Mexican background, G League, playing in Mexico, playing in Dominican Republic, I think, playing in Europe, a few continents he's played basketball in just to be in the NBA. So that's a great story. And I don't blame the players because they, you know, it's like putting a bunch of guys or a few guys that don't dunk or that's not their art, that's not their craft, that's not their go-to to put in a dunk contest for whatever money they're given. It's a tough situation to be in. So I don't blame the players because I guess for them it's worth it to showcase and, you know, to become a household name. But the NBA's got to put themselves and the players in a better position to put either guys that in-game dunkers and or have the ability to dunk and to, you know, perform. So I think they got to go a different route, whether it's bring other people in from the street, G Leaguers, whatever they need to do, they can't. I think the NBA knows they can't have another year anything close to this. Like they have to put, if they have to give away $10 million to the winner or something like that to make it, they got to do it just to even out the last few years.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like you said, I don't blame the players at all because I mean these players have to get their name out there. Like they have to market themselves in some kind of way because the NBA is a business. Like that team that they're with right now is gonna trade you or do whatever to better themselves. So absolutely, you got to go out there and like that's a cool accolade to have, like NBA dunk champion. Like that's cool.
Yep.
No one's gonna ever take that away from you. So the fact that Obi Toppin got that, that's good for him. But they definitely have to change, something to bring more people in because it's bad, bro. like the 3-point contest is exciting, of course. Like don't get me wrong, like I love the 3-point contest, but when the 3-point contest is more exciting than the dunk contest, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, I heard it from a few people that making the 3-point contest next year, if they don't have the quality dunkers, that to put that as the prime, main event.
With the 3-point contest, they change things up, so they're doing the right thing with one event, but with the other event, they're doing not the right thing. Like they added the Mountain Dew ball, they added the 2-point money ball. Like that's just different. That Dew ball was like big. It was 3 points. So
yeah.
Like I think Cat hit both of his. That's why he won the first round. I think he hit both of them. So like that's cool. Like do something with like if you take off from a certain place on the court. I don't know, man. Like definitely change something with the dunk contest because it needs to happen.
Yeah, change up. I remember what was it, about 10 years ago that they got into where the slam dunk contest became a main event or an attraction, like millions of viewers, and they tried different things and going back, and they had different rules to the point where if
they had like teams and stuff.
They had teams, they had different rules changing, and I guess they were trying to figure it out. And then they had obviously Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine come in, and they helped the event, but they can't bank on something like that unless you get the high flyers back again. But we'll see. At the end of the day, it was a snooze fest, and TNT didn't. The Reggie Miller and Dwayne Wade did not hold back from letting the viewers know how bad it was. That was funny.
Yeah. No,
NBA's probably telling like
crazy.
TNT like, "Yo, tell them to shut up."
Yeah,
stop talking shit.
Yeah, you texted me asking me if I was watching, and I was like, "Nah, bro, I switched to the UFC."
Yeah. And I think my exact words were like, "That's for the best."
For the best, yeah. Yeah, no, they got to do something. I hope they get it done because I'm sure they'll figure something out. It's the NBA that they kind of have to. People are going to watch kind of regardless, but it's not going to help their revenue or whatnot unless they really fix it.
No, not at all. And that brings us to the All-Star game itself. It takes 45 minutes from when it's supposed to start to when it does. You got concerts before, just like the Super Bowl. You got two national. You got a bunch of BS. You got to introduce every single player.
Yeah.
And then they play the game. Obviously, it's in Cleveland.
Obviously it's in Cleveland. I was saying it's funny because like I watch stuff on my computer sometimes just to see the Discord chat and the Twitch chat or whatever the website has going off, and like people commenting, bro, like that shit makes everything. It's hilarious the stuff they were saying, and like every player introduced, bro. Like someone was like, "Oh, you're gonna sing the Slovenian national anthem now?" Like, every country represented in the All-Star game. Like, it's all production, bro. Like they do all this, but then they can't get the little things that lead up to the actual event right. So it's like maybe take some production money and move it around. Like you don't need all that, bro. Like I didn't need MGK coming out there talking about like Ohio and whatever.
And that's what sucks about it. It's like more is put into and more thought is put into what the interviewer is gonna say, witty, and make a pun, and the music, and let's have an advertisement here and product placement more than the
commercials
actual
were extra long.
itself.
Extra
super long.
Way more commercials than I can ever remember in anything. Like Nandu was throwing the bag. because there was like 18
For real.
Mountain Dew commercials with Zach Levine. So that's crazy.
Yeah, the game itself, obviously, the team LeBron wins it. Curry lights it up for what? 13
50.
threes? How many threes?
Yeah, I think he had 13. I pulled it up. He had 50 points, bro. He was doing whatever on the basketball court.
Yeah, he was nuts. He was turning away from just inside half court, doing his typical Steph Curry turnaround before it even drops in the hoop. That was wild.
Yeah, you get a team with Curry, LeBron, Jokic, DeRozan, and like Luka. Like, come on, bro. And Giannis. They were like trying to find him because like he was doing so much running. Like he probably ran like 15 miles that game. They just moved the ball around and they kept finding him.
Yeah, not gonna lie, when LeBron drafted his team, I knew he drafts like similar to, he always goes for the mega stars like the Currys, the Giannis, and Durant for back-to-back years. Durant always goes for the young, up-and-coming, maybe a little flashy, but LeBron does know how to draft. In back-to-back years, I looked at both teams and both times. I was like, damn, LeBron really does know how to draft an all-star team for sure.
Oh, 100%. It's funny because he's undefeated with Curry. He wants to play with Steph so bad. Like, I feel bad for him because now, like, he played with Steph, and now he's like, damn, I gotta go play with Westbrook now. Like, fuck. but no, freaking Embiid played well. Giannis finally missed like 2 or 3 shots. I mean, it was a competitive game. I like how they do the you win for your charity. Whoever wins the quarter, that's cool. I don't
it makes it competitive.
Yeah, I don't like the ending though. You know, like the whole like 24 points, you know, to honor Kobe Bryant or whatever. I feel like they should just do 12 minutes. Like Kobe wouldn't want a game to end early like that. Like just let them play it out until triple zeros. I feel like that's better. But they did turn up when it was getting close. Like you saw them like start actually playing defense and whatnot, like early fourth quarter.
For sure. And obviously LeBron ends the game, typical, like,
of course,
as it was written, you know.
Yeah.
He did the turnaround shot, and it looked like it was going wide left, and it turned in.
Even like LaMelo jumped trying to grab it. And of course, you got D Wade screaming, "Cleveland, this is for you."
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, it was good, man. And good to see like a guy like Jared Allen in the All-Star game in Cleveland. Yeah. He deserves.
He got a big block on Embiid at the end.
Good block. I think I remember that. I was kind of fading in and I was like watching it, but it was just going back and forth. I just wanted to kind of see who won or anything exciting. I was kind of, blocking a lot of it out. But what else happened? I'm trying to think. Yeah, John Morant, some dope dunks. Obviously, halftime was top 75 players. A lot of like,
robbed.
Who?
Dwight.
And Kyrie. Right? Dame Lillard in there and not Kyrie? Think about that. Think about that.
There's
like, I'm not saying all the players, but I'm just saying that's
Clay
one of them. Like,
too.
Clay, yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you want to say Dame Lillard for sure is in that conversation, but
I wouldn't.
What's Dame Lillard done to the game, right? If you want to say,
I wouldn't put Lillard above those 3 that we just mentioned: Kyrie, Dwight, or Clay. Honestly, in my humble opinion, that's just me.
Yeah, I didn't realize it then. I guess when Kyrie at the time when they made the list, Kyrie wasn't playing, so I didn't really draw emotion to it. But like, if I'm kind of comparing and trying to think about it now, like Dame Lillard came in the NBA similar time, so you could almost cross compare them. They play similar positions, shooting guard, point guard, whatever. So it's tough, but whatever.
It is kind of tough.
I'm sure Kyrie doesn't care in general, but and the other story coming out of the All-Star weekend was LeBron James putting out a statement. Not at first, I thought it was just a meme or a just somebody trying to get.
Definitely not a meme.
Yeah, it was by Shams and everything quoted and official that if he will do anything it takes to play with Bronny when he gets drafted. And there's a lot. I have a lot to say about it in my opinion, but what's your take on it in general? Because I already put out a tweet about it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, no, I mean that's been like known for a while now that like LeBron wants to play with Bronny, and I mean it's cool. Like that's cute, you know. Like of course any father would want to play. Like I mean Ken Griffey Sr. and Griffey Jr., but I mean those two were both really good. I I mean Bronny is just like I don't know his stats, but I heard they're not that great, and like he's LeBron's son, you know, so I'm sure he can be very exciting to watch, but I don't know how much playing time he would actually get or where he would get drafted. Like
Yeah.
LeBron is a very smart, savvy, intellectual business guy, and I don't like if Bronny gets drafted by some bum ass team. I don't know. Like LeBron will probably. Why would he do that? You know, like he might be like, after some consideration, I'm just gonna like take a step back from the game and focus on my family or something. Like he does these basketball things like 3, 4, 5 years ahead of time. So who knows? It'd be cool to see, but I don't know how much playing time they would actually get together.
Yeah, there's a lot with that because first of all, you're banking that your kid's gonna get drafted, right? That's
yeah.
The kids. You're banking that the kid's actually gonna play.
And some team's gonna
be,
take him just to maybe get Broad. Like
yeah, and that's maybe his way to get him drafted. So I get that play, but also, like, man, you're. This is my take on it. Is LeBron James? I feel, in my opinion, takes away from a lot of people's shine, whether it's his kid, his teammates, whatever. It's just the vibe I get. Like I see it all the time. He goes to Bronny's games and he's standing the entire time like he's a coach. And I get it. You're passionate. You're a father. You care. All that's cool. Great. But have you thought about the alternative, the other side of it? Have you given that thought? Let my kid live. How about when they play Bronny's mixtape on SportsCenter, I'm not in it for 80% of the
80%,
video.
yeah, the whole time. Yeah.
It just, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not. And this is, I don't want to be a Stephen A. Smith type of take, but yeah, it's cool. It's great. You want to play with your son, you should try to make it work.
Maybe Bronny doesn't even want to play basketball.
But to put out an official statement like that, and then the way he says it, like if any team takes him, I'll do whatever I take. Like you're gonna, I don't know. He's just always trying to take the shine away from whatever's going on. He loves it. He loves the limelight, and I get it. Who doesn't?
Right.
But man, your own son, you got a rookie year. Now you're gonna like. What if he has to earn his way on the roster? That you're gonna take the shine away. It's always gonna be about you, bro. It's if LeBron's on Bronny's team, whoever team it is, whatever city, it's gonna be about LeBron and then Bronny, not about him. And that's crazy.
And
I didn't like that.
No, I'm not a fan of it. I understand that, but that kind of decision could also set a franchise back a few years because all right, you draft Bronny, you're getting all right. Let's say LeBron goes there, you're getting an old Bron. Like you're not getting like a 33, 34. Like you're getting a close to 40 LeBron James, and I mean these dudes nowadays are different. Like we saw it in the All-Star game. There's a lot of up and coming players that, LeBron is a freak athlete, but that stuff at 40 versus 24, 25 is different,
For real.
So, and then now you got the whole Bronny thing. Like, all right, you take Bronny in the top 20, top 25. Like, he doesn't pan out to be even like a 6-man player candidate, Now you just took that draft pick and you got to wait a whole another like 2-3 years because even like top 15, top 20 picks don't come around that often that pan out.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's just, we've talked about it before. We love LeBron on the court. Off the court, he's questionable with some of the decisions and how he comes across. But yeah, I thought that was funny. When I seen it, I was shook. I was like, this man really put out an official statement through a writer or whatever, and is really going on this take. Is just kind of, it's aggressive to me, is what I want to say. It's a bit aggressive. We'll see, but we'll see if he gets drafted, if he's good enough to maybe play for the Ignite. Now that they got the G League, if you don't go to the college, I don't know if he goes to college, right, or if he plays 1 year.
who knows what he's gonna do? He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't really. What is Bronny gonna go to college for?
I don't know, man. Right? He's gonna go further his education.
Like he's gonna go to college for like business. Like honestly, like.
Yeah, no. Obviously, it would just be a one and done. But I see if everything works out the way I think it will, and the NBA hopes it does, I think they want Bronny to go to the G League. Obviously, the G League NBA makes money off of. They don't make money off NCAA or overseas. So ideally, they would want Bronny to leave high school, go to the Ignite, try to not sell out every arena, but like, they get
I guess some traction.
In some of those arenas, you got 5,000, 10,000 fans. Hey, if you can maximize every game.
Yeah, and people are gonna go because all right, LeBron might be there.
That's what I mean. And even if he's not, it's just an attraction. Like if LaMelo played in the G League at the time and it was local, I would go to a game, just to check him out,
100%.
knowing he's going to be a top 3, top 5 pick. But that'll be interesting to watch. But I thought that was just overall aggressive. I thought that was just too much for to put on his plate. Like he already has your name, your full first, middle, last name. Like
everything.
He's your son. He's playing in the best high school in the country. Now you want to put that on him? It's a little bit much, bro. Like, relax.
Yeah, there's a limit. You got to know when to stop it. Set some boundaries.
For real. Calm down, LeBron. That's all we're asking. Let's see. Delonte West is I don't know if you've seen the video. Shout out Delonte West battling his demons. Basically fucking on the streets, on crack, drugs.
Wasn't LeBron helping him? LeBron and Mark Cuban.
Who knows? They, these people, they be putting out like they're helping people, but who knows if they really are, right?
For real. Yeah.
So he's working. He's in the lab. He's trying to get in the Ice Cube's Big 3, which would be cool.
Nice.
That'd be dope. Him get a paycheck. Cool. Hopefully use it for good. Clean up his act. Delonte West.
That Big 3 might stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I looked up tickets a few years ago before the pandemic, and out of here in Miami, you could get really good tickets for like under $100, under like $50 even. So it's kind of cool. I might check it out. I was gonna make the joke that Delonte West could be Bronny's father.
Yeah, that shit was funny, bro.
Well, man, that's sexual intercourse with LeBron's mom while they were teammates. No,
yeah, while they were teammates. That's terrible,
bro. Wildin'. That's it for sports, man. That's basically it. I'm hyped that tomorrow Pat McAfee's back after a long vacation. He's been a good part of my afternoons. Still no baseball.
No baseball.
So obviously pitchers and catchers were supposed to report like a week or two ago. So that's delayed. I think we're backed up by probably 3 weeks now. They look like they're going to get a deal done. At the end of the day, each side holds out and they sit at a table and go, all right, none of us are making money here. None of us are making money right now with nothing going on. The only way we make money on both sides is if we play the game. And then they figure it out. It's a lot of, it's a pissing contest at the end.
Yeah. And like, I know we always say like, oh, like, of course it's about money, this and that. But like, at some point, like, yeah, of course it's going to be about money. Like, I'm sure y'all can figure it out and sit down. Like, there has to be a middle point because like the Players Association, I'm sure they want to play. Like, None of them are sitting back and being like, "Yo, this is cool." Like, all right,
There's some
I get
free
some time
agents out
off.
there want to get paid. There's
Yeah,
still
of course.
contracts to be signed.
Yeah, so the MLB, sure they want the season to happen. Like, so like,
Yeah.
it's just I don't understand how like when organizations like this, like the NBA, like you got like the top people representing you, and like maybe that's the problem. Like you have the best of the best trying to argue, and neither side wants to lose. It's like, bro, like I don't know.
Figure it
I
out.
hope they figure it out soon. Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
Sure.
I just wanted to bring that up. So no news in baseball. I want to watch some, summertime is for baseball, soccer
Yeah.
and baseball. That's all I got. And then let's get into, talking about this. If people haven't watched the Kanye documentary, a lot of people that love Kanye for his music and the person he is, and a lot of people, the joke is you want the old Kanye back, and the new Kanye is kind of crazy. And this documentary on Netflix, it's I'm not sure how many parts there are, but part one got released last week. They're going to do it every Wednesday. So I love that Netflix is doing a documentary or some type of series that doesn't allow me to binge it, because it's allowing me to watch it. I just finished the first one before we hopped on, and I looked if I could start the next one, and I couldn't. And I got hyped
Yeah.
because I was like, all right, good. It gives me something to look forward to, on Wednesday. But what were your takes about it? Because obviously everybody loves and appreciates Kanye, the musician, the artist, kind of the energy he brings to creativity. But obviously right now it seems to be a little bit more unhinged. But watching the documentary, it brings you back, right?
Yeah, definitely kind of just brings me back to I remember, bro, like going to like whatever kind of like church events I used to go to when I was a kid, and like just bumping Jesus walks. Like, that and like
That beat is so hot,
yeah,
right? Just
so
instrumental,
hard.
like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I mean, bro, like Kanye's always been the kind of person that whatever he does, he wants it to be the best. Like there's no middle ground. There's no like what's the word I'm looking for? There's no like he doesn't want to be mediocre. He wants to, so that's why he like does these kind of things where people might seem like it's crazy, but to him it's just who he is and how hard he works and dedicates to his drive. Like he was like with his whole new album, like you have to go on a whole new website. Like Spotify is not going to be on it. Like he
Yeah,
just does
what's it
these kind
called?
of
It's called STEM Player.
STEM player, yeah. And
Donda
supposedly you
2 is
need,
only available on STEM Player, nothing else.
yeah, supposedly you need some kind of device to listen to it too. I don't know,
Yeah, I
but
didn't look into it.
yeah, but he's always been this kind of way, just in different things, and that just goes to show, he's a genius, honestly. But I like the wordplay they did with the title. Some of the
Yeah,
things I took away from episode one was when he was in the studio with Scarface, and he started playing the beat, and Scarface was like, "Nah, this too hard." Like, next one.
you could tell he was like, I'm having
Yeah,
trouble even thinking
he was
about something right now. No.
exactly. And then when Kanye spit his one verse, he was like, "You got all three verses?" He's like, "No, I only got one." So you could kind of tell that he's like, "Yo, I wanted to hear more from this dude." And like, the wildest shit is no one took him serious as a rapper. Like
That's how
he,
it was back in the day. Like people look
yeah,
at it now, but back in the day, you were put in a box. You were a producer, you were a beat maker, you were a
yes,
A&R, whatever, or a rapper. You couldn't do two or three things.
yeah, and like he was with Jay-Z like early, like so
Super early.
like they just wanted to keep him around just to make beats. Like I don't like I get it, but also like as a label, as a company, you kind of want more people under your shit, that are making more and whatnot. I don't know, but I mean and also what I liked as well was the talks with his mom. Like when he went back to Chicago and was talking to his mom and whatnot. That was pretty cool. That relationship that they had, like how genuinely happy you could see
Mm-hmm.
that what he was doing, and like she loved his chain, bro. She's like, I like this one, Kanye. She's like, I thought you were gonna buy a house, but now I see this one. Like, I like this one. You could have this one. Like,
right?
that shit made me crack up.
To see how humble, to see that he was, it made me appreciate the grind that, and it reminds you that things take time. You know, people ask me about this podcast all the time, and I try to remain like, you know, we're doing it for fun. We're going to see what happens. But there is a part of you when you're creating and you're putting time, energy, and effort into things that you should have confidence in putting out, right? Like maybe you're not like, you know, the Muhammad Ali, you know, I said I'm the greatest before I knew I was. Like, it's like foreseeing 10 years out. Like you might be confident now when you have nothing. And Kanye West, when he produced like 4 or 5 tracks on Blueprint, he still, he even said in doc, he still didn't make $1 million yet. He still was, I think at one point he puts $20 premium, $25 premium in his car. Like didn't even fill it up really.
$20.
You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, he's still living. Yeah, he's got a chain. Yeah, he's got this. He's able to do a couple things, but he ain't set, and he is already nationally known. So it lets you know his name was out there. He was with Jay-Z, giving beats. He had his basic half his album made, and still didn't have much to show for it.
They even messed up his name when he went back to the thing in Chicago for the radio. He called me. He's like, I said my name Kanye West, not Kanye.
Yeah, that's why
like, y'all should have just put Ye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he talks about Ye and the name Kanye, and then he talks, I think right before the first one ended, he goes, I'm trying to get so big where I could get rid of my last name. Yeah. And what happened this year? He like changed his name to Ye, which is crazy because it's like how things are just said in the beginning on the grind. If it wasn't recorded, you wouldn't believe it, right? But like I just watched him say, I want to get rid of my last name, not as disrespect to anything, just as like I want to be able to be known as like the Madonna and all that. Like my name is Kanye, and that's all you need to know, and you know who you're talking about. I thought that was amazing. Go ahead.
I was going to say that the camera work by Cootie, I think that was his name. Like was
amazing, right?
Yeah,
for a low budget type of one take
bro,
type
like,
shit.
He caught like every moment, like
like
shit that because like you could be a good cameraman, but sometimes you miss on some stuff, and like of course this is like produced and edited and all that kind of shit and whatnot, but like you can only edit so much back when he was like when he was actually doing these takes. So that like it's brilliantly made in my opinion, and it's kind of crazy because everyone's talking about Kanye now with like his shit on social media and like his personal life, and now you drop a documentary and you kind of see the whole other side of it. So I'm glad that they're doing it in parts like every week, because I wanted to binge that shit like right away. Like I was like, I gotta watch this Kanye shit, and now we gotta wait. There's 3 parts so far, I think. So
yeah, I think
what they're gonna do.
It might be 3 parts total.
Yeah, total.
So if you haven't watched it out there and you're listening, definitely tune in. And even if you don't like Kanye now or kind of never listen to his music, you could always appreciate kind of the craft and the grind. I know I'm getting inspired watching it, whether it's in, you know, for the podcast, just kind of being creative to put in that creative space of grinding and having fun with something and having a passion and then seeing where it goes, but also having that foresight where you have confidence in yourself, and everybody can apply that with whatever they're doing, whether it's work, whether it's relationship in life. I think it's super inspirational, and it's pure. You know, he's not trying to be somebody he's not. He's only one person right there.
Yeah, because even when he was talking to his mom, and she was like, "Oh, like, you know, you might come off as arrogant," and he asked her, he's like, "You think I come off as arrogant?" She was like, "No, like that's just, you know, that's how you feel about yourself. You're confident, like." That's who you are, you know, and like, you can like with him, like that's just who he is. Like he's always gonna go above and beyond, like be extra. So like when he does these crazy shits, like what are you gonna expect? Of course he's gonna like do more than a normal person,
right? Yeah, she knows who he is. So like, I thought it was cool. Yeah, I thought that conversation. I'm gonna rewatch that after we get off, because I love that conversation with his mom. I thought it was super raw. She wasn't trying to like do it for the camera.
No,
it was like super genuine. Like that's how she talks to him.
Yeah,
That's dope.
That was cool.
That's pretty cool. And then yeah, like we said, Donda 2 is gonna come out. Not available on Apple,
There's
Spotify, anything like that.
There's a listening event in Miami on tomorrow, 8 p.m. down
Oh,
in
so they're probably gonna try to do events like that just to get people behind it and
at the Marlins Park.
oh,
So yeah,
interesting.
it's he's performing the album. So
In Miami?
yeah, in Miami at Marlins Park tomorrow.
Oh, I thought it was like one of those things where he's performing somewhere else, and then they're gonna like broadcast it to like major cities. Oh, okay.
It says Kanye West Donda Experience performance. So,
interesting.
Yeah, my buddy bought tickets. I don't know how much he paid, but
that's
they were pretty decently priced.
Yeah, I can assume. I think I seen something like in order to stream or possess Kanye's album, you have to pay like $230. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta show me the way because the devil trying to break me down.
I listened to the College Dropout the other day after I watched, because I watched half of the first episode, and it makes you always want to like go back and listen to the album. Makes you appreciate it, because I love watching behind the scenes stuff. You ever watch the Black album behind the scenes? It's called Fade to Black with Jay-Z.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, bro, classic. I'm gonna find out what platform I can watch it, because I want to put it on too. I'm gonna watch it this week. It was basically the same thing. It was him because he thought he was gonna retire. You know, Jay-Z being extra, thought he was gonna retire, so he filmed everything. He filmed all the songs he made for the album from the moment he heard the beat to like put it into the song, and then the behind the scenes conversations. It's basically what you have now that we're watching. And it's called Fade to Black, Jay-Z about the Black album, and it's brilliant. I actually had it on like from the Chinese lady up the block back in the day for $5. $5. When I find out what platform it's on, I'll send it to you. It's pretty good, man. Good to see just people creating, in the lab, creating and seeing kind of what they felt when they heard the beat for the first time. Or
it's funny because I'm glad you said in the lab, because that's the thing we've been saying for like a while, and like I would see it on social media every now and then, like pro athletes and whatnot here and there. Some people use it, but like I don't know, man. I've been seeing it a lot more lately. Like a lot more.
It's like when you get that new car and all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere, but before you didn't really see it.
You never saw it. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I feel you. I've been seeing it too. And I've always saw it. That's why it always stuck out to me. That's why, people always like, oh, you got your man cave over there. And I never liked that term. I always thought of that 45, 50-year-old with like 3 ugly kids running around with like just wasted at night drinking fucking Blue Ribbon. And just like he calls his room the man cave, it smells like butt cheese. So I was like, nah, I'm never gonna call my area the man cave. That shit's corny. So then like the lab is always something that people were like, oh, I'm gonna have to jump in the lab, whether it's like a recording artist or somebody that's hoops or something. So I always wanted to call like my area where I go, the lab. So
the lab. Yeah.
Everybody's got a lab. Don't matter if it could be a room, it could be outside, it could be outside, it could be the courts, it could be the gym. That's usually most people's lab.
Yep. Putin officially ordered Russian troops into eastern Ukraine.
That shit's
about to get scary.
It's about to be scary. Like James Harden said, scary hours.
Scary hours, bro. Like, there's just some like countries you don't really like mess with or want to play with, and like Russia's one of them. Like, don't fuck with Putin, bro. Like, just leave that man alone.
Nah, he's
in the lab, bro.
He's up to something. My man stays up to something. My man, he doesn't wake up without fucking trying to take over somebody's life. God damn.
That's one person I wouldn't even like mess with. Like I wouldn't even like fuck around with them or whatnot. Like
that's like,
you got it, bro. Like,
yeah, there's like, damn. There's some figures out there that are alive. Like There's like that Stalin, there's Hitler, there's Castro, and then there's fucking Putin and fucking Sing Wing Kim over there up in North Korea, bro. You do not fuck with those people, bro.
Oh my God, Russia got Putin and we got Biden.
Biden, god damn, I can't hear him talk no more. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I can't do it. I can't hear this guy mumble no more.
What do you think those two talk about? Like behind closed doors.
Who?
Putin and Biden.
So
No, I
upsetting,
think
bro.
Putin said he wouldn't even talk to him. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he got him blocked. He got him muted on Twitter.
You gotta watch me on TV, bitch.
Shit. He was giving a speech the other day. He started mumbling, answering some quick questions, and then he turned around to walk off. My man looked like he couldn't get through the door. Like turned around. It was bad, bro.
Man, that's crazy. Freaking shit.
All right, well, on this episode X, short and sweet, let's wrap this up.
That's Bryant.
What little news, go-to news do you have on your side, and then I'll wrap it up with some things I got on mine.
Don't click links you don't know about. Make sure,
especially if you on Bitcoin and you want to, like, it says reset your password, right? Some shit like that.
Yeah. Be very careful what links you click. Be very careful what things you connect your wallet to. Just, there's a lot of people got their stuff stolen. Just be extra careful with things. Double check, triple check, make sure everything's right. I mean, in anything you do, do your own research and kind of just like go with your gut. Don't do stuff because someone else is doing it or someone else is talking about it, and really, really learn about what you're about to do and try and stay focused, locked in.
Yeah, for real. Speaking of locking in, today was my first day in a while. Well, I still got 18 more calories to kill. Been slacking on my 3. My watch is on 2%, so I might have to do some jumping jacks during the episode.
Just put Game 7 NBA Finals.
Get the heart racing a little bit. Yeah, today was the first time I gotta get my routine back and do my thing. But shout out McDonald's. McDonald's I seen they got the McPlant coming out. I'll try it. Let's see. I like the Burger King Impossible Whopper
burger.
It's fire. I get it a few times. I've got it, well, not a few times, but I treat myself like once a month to it. It's pretty good. I got it actually the other day. It's pretty fucking fire. Not saying I'm like eating it to replace a salad for y'all out there that are like, oh, it's not as healthy. Yeah, that's like a cheat meal for me. Relax.
Oh man.
And then some big wrestling news, WWE world. We got Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He's got a belt. Brock Lesnar won the Elimination Chamber the other day. He's got a belt. It's title versus title in Dallas, Texas for WrestleMania.
Oh, shit.
That's just going to be epic. Ooh, jinx.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah, man. We're in sync. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. We're trying to we're working on a special guest for a little maybe wrestling either before WrestleMania or after. We'll try to figure out schedule wise, and I may be going on somebody's podcast to do maybe a pre-show or a post review show. You know what I mean? Cross photosynthesize, cross modulate.
Nice
podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
freaking
then also
trunks and go on.
Dual
fusion.
Wait, how do you?
Fusion.
Oh shit! Yo, screenshot that.
Oh, that's funny.
And then shout out Undertaker, Hall of Famer, official. He's a Hall of Famer, man. First ballot, unanimous.
First ballot.
I don't know. They didn't say that. I just made it up. It's just WWE has its own Hall of Fame, and they don't even say they have a process. They don't have no voting system. They have no they have no rules, regulations. They just be like, one day they just put out a press release. so and so's in the Hall of Fame. It's like, oh, okay. Like, what the fuck?
Fuck
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the MLB should do it. Just put people in, bro. It's just better. It's just better. Stop voting. Stop creating like this formality of things. Just put people in the Hall of Fame. It's fun. It's not that serious.
Yeah, it's really not. Bunch of old white people.
Yeah, right? God damn, I hope they die off soon. For real. Please.
Oh man.
Oh, did you see that? There's a
I got one last thing. Go ahead.
okay,
I got
go,
one.
and then I got a good one to end.
This is why if I have kids, man, I don't know, do whatever so they don't have to go to public school. Did you see the teacher that was giving her students cupcakes with her husband's semen in it?
Bro, I had to
Bruh.
make sure that wasn't like Photoshop because that
Listen, I don't even care. It doesn't
that
even
was
matter
wild.
because if it is, whoever thought of that is fucking insane.
Right? To even think of something like that is insane.
Dude,
Let alone do it.
Yeah, I'm never eating cupcakes again. Like it's over for me. It's over. That ruined cupcakes.
Especially the one with the nice cream filling.
Not happening, bro. Not happening. She got 45 years because it was that and something. She did some other stuff. So like, maybe he didn't know
45
about it.
years.
Well, that shit is.
Nah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. If I have kids and they're like, "Oh, it's cupcake day tomorrow," well, you're not going to school tomorrow.
Somebody say cupcakes.
Yeah, that's gross, man. Like, why would you do that to kids? Like, that's not even something. That's not cool. Not
yeah,
cool.
what the fuck? I was disturbed by that. It takes a lot for me to get disturbed these days because I be thinking a lot of dark shit, and I'm fine with like dark comedy and some. So when some news comes across that like really I got to stare at it and really think about life and where we are in a society.
No, bro. Like
that's how you know it's real. I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? You actually woke up like on a day and thought about doing this? You had you preset your oven to 450 and fucking put that jizz in some cupcakes and wrapped it up and brought it to your kids.
Bro. No.
That's a lot of that's a lot of effort. That's a lot.
I wonder if she ate him herself. Like, did she eat him with the class?
She probably eats it anyway outside the cupcake. So I assume in a cupcake might just be. I was gonna say it might be just the cherry on top, pun intended, but.
Bro, that's so gross, bro.
It's so disturbing. There's some fluids that get on. Yeah, it's just like some of my own fluids. I'm like, whatever about, let alone somebody else's. The fuck? Yeah. The other story I was gonna say, not similar, but kind of funny in a different way, was that camera woman, that Matt Stafford. She was gonna take a picture.
Oh yes.
Fractured her spine. Everybody, it went viral for like 2 days about like, oh shit, like Matt Stafford like just walked away from this woman. But I get it. He's probably buzzed, if not drunk at the time. Sees somebody fall and is like, I want nothing to do with this. Doesn't think this lady broke her shit. Then it's like, oh, and then I think social media wild out like he should pay for it. And I guess he like took it upon himself to pay for it, which you don't owe it to her.
They like made a GoFundMe or something.
Whatever. I guess it happened in front of you, so you have to pay for it. Like it's like the guy that's closest to the tip ball gets the point. Like Matt Stafford was closest to the accident, he has to pay for it. And then it turns out that bitch is racist. Allegedly. That, you know how Twitter, the Twitter army, the Twitter feds,
Twitter birds,
they go to work. The moment someone gets 1 minute of fame, by the second or third minute, those Twitter feds are on you. They know your date of birth. They know where you live. They know at least half your social security number. Dude. They got all of it. And the worst of all, if you don't delete tweets from tweets from 2012 and 2013, they'll get you.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. 100%. They are, all they got to do is, it's funny because think about what these people must do. They go to your page, I didn't even know this existed till recently. They go to the top after they scroll down to the top search button, and they got to type in N-word, F-word,
They just type in your
C
at.
word, whatever it is.
Type
but
in your
and
at
then
and whatever word.
and then
Yeah,
it'll pull
all
up
the
whatever
tweets pop up.
tweets forever. Like
Yep.
people got to actually put in effort. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Fort. Oh, who's this guy? He did
Oh,
what?
he said this back in 2014. Oh shit.
No, not even that. You at first the immediate impression is, who is this lady? Oh my god, this is crazy. Wow, I feel so bad for her. Let's look if she's racist. Like, because you really gotta search those words to find it. You can't it's not one of those things where you keep scrolling for a year and get to 2012. You need to search a word to get to it. So you're like searching every type of word to see if they even wrote it. It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got like over 100,000 tweets, like 110, 120,000 tweets or something.
Bro, by
so
itself, I just got a new Twitter like 3 years ago, and by itself, I already got. I don't even tweet a lot. Like 2,100, 2,100 in 2.5 years. So it's like, imagine you have Twitter for 10, 12 years and you're kind of relevant. Yeah, you got a lot of fucking tweets. So it's crazy that people be immediately searching N-word,
But honestly, like
everything.
I would have done the same thing Matt Stafford did. Like if I'm out somewhere and like I don't know, some random girl is walking next to me and she just happens to fall, like no.
I can see me doing that too.
It's like, bro, like
his reaction was so funny. It was like, "Oh, all right." Swiftly turned. He didn't even look back. He turned immediately, and then his wife was even like shook. She must have felt that hard.
Spinal.
All right. Well, that's episode X, episode 10. We were gonna get B Wonder on the podcast. He's too busy. He out there living life. Hopefully, we'll have him on. We still got the guest pending. They weren't going to be on episode X anyway. They were going to be on episode 11 or 12. So we got some time to put that in the works. Fort Sam is booking that guest. Hopefully we get that to you guys. It'll be fun. Different type of vibe than our first interview with Patrick of BR. Oh, shout out BR. Of course.
Shout out BR.
It's here in the
water
in the top corner.
Caviar.
Water, caviar. You know the deal.
Cognac, luxury,
wine, Tootsies.
It's out there. Tootsies. Yep.
Get it.
Just go. Go to Tootsies. Like, why wouldn't you get yourself a bottle of Billionaires Row? It's only right. It's only right.
The only way.
Just get two.
Shout out DJ Khaled, dog. Yo, he's wildin'. When tell me DJ Khaled when he like. I'm not saying he goes away for like months or years at a time, but I don't follow him on anything. But a few times a year he'll have some memes and stuff like that. But when he goes, I'm in album mode. When he hits you with that album mode vibe, he's about to be everywhere. He is about to be everywhere your television is. More than Shaq, more than Snoop Dogg. I'm in album mode. When he shot that shot, you got that video? What are you pulling?
No, I got another one.
Pull up something. I love that. I'm in album mode.
I'm in album mode.
The way he talks.
Damn, man.
Oh, man.
Can't find the one I was looking for.
He missed his first shot. He goes, keep going. Don't ever stop. I missed the first one, but I kept going. I got too much jewelry on.
Too much jewelry.
He goes, I'm so icy. I'm in album mode, dog. He's so nuts. Yo, that halftime show was lit though. You got Gunna, you got Lil Baby, you got Migos. That was pretty fire. You got Lil Wayne, you got Mary J. Blige. What the fuck? DJ Khaled, goddamn. DJ Khaled should get a halftime show, and maybe in a couple of years. I think doing back-to-back hip-hop might be a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Oh, ooh, yes. If you're not watching on YouTube, you should, because we're showing some good stuff. DJ Khaled in the back of a, he's got the titties out in the car and his titties out in real life. You know,
Yeah,
don't say
this shit is so
don't say the
funny.
car's topless. Say the titties is out.
The car is topless.
Looking like he's on I-95.
Hey.
You know, in the is he? He might be in the express lane. Not sure. Don't seem to be in many accidents, which is shocking. Damn, he's vibing.
He really is.
He looks like your boy, King Yuri. I know B's version, I guess you could say.
I'm surprised he just doesn't pull.
Shout
up
out him.
everywhere.
Shout out Yuri. He broke his clavicle or some shit.
Oh, really? Yeah, group chat was talking about that, but I can't see because he got me blocked.
Who blocks people? Fuck block people.
He got me blocked.
People
Blocked me
think
on
they're
the
somebody
gram.
when they start blocking people. Like, who are you to block somebody?
It's funny. I don't care.
I don't have anybody blocked on anything ever. Ever. Not a block phone number, not a block anything. Like, who cares? Like, what? You're going to see what I'm doing? I can't see what you're doing? Who cares? I hate people who block people. It's so weird. Unless you got a real issue with somebody and you, like, don't want anything, like, a real issue. But most of these issues aren't even real. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you said that one thing that one time
said that
about
one
me.
thing, yeah.
All right, you're corny, bro. Run on the field, bitch. Sorry. I don't even know, dude. He ain't listening. He's not gonna listen to this anyway. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Oh man, that's funny.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. Episode 10, episode X. Tune in, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
We're not like
We'll have-
Kanye. We don't make a special site for you to listen to us.
Yeah. Imagine we just put out, yo, if you want. I know you guys, you know, to the millions and millions of fans out there, I know you love us. I know you can't wait for Tuesday mornings. But guess what? It ain't available. $230. You could get it streaming. Oh, and you got to pay $330 for YouTube. So good luck. That'd be wild. But I guess if you're
That'd be
Kanye, you
wild.
could do shit like that.
Yeah, for real. Someone out there is gonna figure out how to do it.
Right? You only have you have a few thousand people doing it. It pays for itself.
Pretty much.
All right, we'll end on that note. Everybody have a good night. Listen to us. Like us. Love us. Share with a friend.
Cheese,
Thanks.
just walk.
With me.